Hey guys, this is Jeff Orig with Orig Media, and this is the What I Learned from Other Sources section of the podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about the 7 Laws of Spiritual Success, written by Deepak Chopra, and I've kind of just boiled it down to the very sentences, I guess, or statements that Deepak talks about in his book. And just kind of quickly, just to run through them, they are 1, the law of pure potentiality, 2, the law of giving and receiving, 3, the law of karma, which is cause and effect, 4, the law of least effort, 5, the law of intention and desire, and 6, the law of detachment, and 7, the law of dharma, your purpose of life. And so all of these, I guess, okay, let me start with this, that I think filmmaking and pursuing your passion takes courage. The courage to maybe quit what you think might be a safe and secure job in order to pursue your passion and your filmmaking, or the courage to, while you're doing all the things you need to do to pay your bills, to take your nights and weekends and your free time to make something that you're really passionate about. So I'm always looking for sources of inspiration and sources of support. And for me, these 7 laws have given me that have given me that inspiration and that support to pursue my filmmaking. And I highly recommend that you check out Deepak's book, because he's going to explain it way better than I have. And if you don't like reading, or you don't have time to read, let's say, or you have the kind of the excuse in your head that you don't have time to read, you can get the audiobook, and I will put a description in the link where you can pick that up. But you can listen to it in your car or during your commute or while you're working out and so on. But maybe I can kind of talk about a couple of the ones that have stood out to me, at least in my journey so far, rather than discussing all of them. I think for me, some of the ones that have stuck out the most, or that resonate with me the most so far on my journey, is the law of giving and receiving. So what Deepak mentions is that you want to keep, let's say, wealth circulating and give that which you seek. So commit to always giving. And so if you want money, then give money or give value. Or if you want abundance, then give abundance. Happiness, the same thing. Be happy and spread joy and create happiness, and then it comes back to you. And you have to be open to receiving. I think often people are givers and you feel guilty if you're receiving. But we should let go of that guilt and be open to receiving, so that we can give. So basically someone else can experience the joy of giving as well. And then you can experience the joy of receiving, and then that would be a good thing. I think another one that has really spoken to me is this detachment. And so, I talk about the courage to step out on your own and make movies or follow whatever your passion is. And in this law of detachment, I wrote out kind of a lot of what Deepak says, is that you want to relinquish the attachment to the result, and you will fulfill your desire. When you experience uncertainty, you will experience the fun of life. Don't force solutions. That creates new problems. Just expectantly wait for the solution. Every problem is the seed of opportunity to some greater benefit. I will factor in uncertainty as an essential ingredient to my existence. The more uncertain, the more I will feel secure. So this idea of detachment and allowing uncertainty to be part of my journey and part of the fun of it was huge, because I think often if you're hesitant to make that leap, it's because of that uncertainty. You don't know, oh, will I succeed or will I fail? Will I make enough money? Will people like my work? You have all these doubts in your mind. And the detachment, if you embrace that idea of detachment and you embrace that idea of the uncertainty and that's the fun part, then it at least for me, it opened up the possibility of like, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's start the company. Let's go full time and have fun with it. And so I recommend, if you get a chance, definitely get the book. It's a short, sweet book, or listen to the audiobook, and possibly this can change your life or help you along your journey. All right, guys, so now just some updates on my movie making, or on our movie making here at Org Media. As I mentioned in the last podcast, we've committed to producing, shooting, editing, outputting at least one feature film a month. And like I said, that's like a stretch goal for us. But because we're doing this, I've made some contacts with some of the local playwrights, or in fact a playwriting organization called Playbuilders Hawaii. I don't think I mentioned that last week. They're interested, so we're going to see if we can take some of the plays that they've written and adapt them to the screen. Also, in fact, this morning I went to an event regarding local creatives here in Hawaii and about business for creatives here in Hawaii, and I met with someone that owns a casting and talent and modeling agency, and she's super excited about the feature film a month project. And so we're going to set up a time where we can collaborate, and hopefully some of her people and her talented actors and models will be a part of our projects, and we can collaborate together on that. So I'm very excited about that. As well as I've been even thinking about how do we actually do this one feature film a month. And one of the ideas that has occurred to me is kind of approach it from the Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm method. If you're unfamiliar with the way that they create that show, Larry David creates an outline for each episode, and he works with really talented improvisers. And so the improvisers will get a copy of the outline, and they'll get the basis of what the scene is supposed to be about, and then they improvise the scene. And then, as I understand it, so long as you kind of get the characters from an A to a B, then it kind of comes together. And so I think we can try and experiment with that. We may have varying degrees of success, and we are not necessarily Larry David or those improvisers, but I'm a sincere believer in that it's a craft, and that we have to practice and get better at our craft. And this will be definitely one way to do it. So with that, I'm developing different ideas, different characters, different events that we can create, situations that we can build and put in our improvisers and give them super strong characters and situations that are interesting and create conflict and are heightened, as we mentioned before. And then just kind of film that and play and see what occurs, and if we can edit it down, edit it together, and create something new, and then just kind of learn along the way. Or I guess, another example, same in the comedic improvised world, A Mighty Wind, or any of like Christopher Guest's films, Best in Show, and what are some of the other ones? But you know what I'm talking about. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If not, check out Christopher Guest's films, Best in Show, Waiting for Guffman, A Mighty Wind, even It's Spinal Tap, kind of one of the originals that he worked on. So that's definitely one method in which we're going to try to do this one feature film a month. In terms of the Hawaii Wisdom Project, an update on that, I have been writing a lot of the narration, and I think I'm procrastinating a little bit with it, and I know my procrastination is always about fear, and I think I need to get over that fear and just kind of keep writing and make it the best I can. And if it's not perfect, then it's continual learning experience. And then with the Hamlet project, right now, we didn't get a chance to do too much work on the Hamlet project. We have been working on a lot of client projects, but very shortly we should be able to wrap up that short film teaser trailer, and I'll be able to share that with you guys. So that's the end of this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something from it. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments or suggestions, please, by all means, leave a comment, send us an email, or send us a tweet. I'm Jeff Orig with Orig Media. Our website is www.origmedia.com. And on Twitter, we are at OrigMedia. Until next time, aloha.